What is Agent CRM and how can you use it to help scale your insurance business? My name is Will Winter. I'm the COO of Agent CRM, and I'm going to walk you through a demo of our system, as well as what are some of the ways to get started and what happens when you get stuck. What are the support resources included? We're going to start today at a really big picture, and then we're going to dive right in and show a little bit more practically. But what is Agent CRM? On the surface, it's a CRM, customer relationship management tool. All the basic tools that you're going to need, like a calendar, a phone system, email capacity, data management, website builder, all of that is included. So yes, you can text, yes, you can call and email through the system, but more than that, Agent CRM, our real secret sauce, is what we call our Branning bundles. Pre-made assets where we've mapped out the entire client journey, and those are part of our click and play assets. Click and play assets, Branning bundles. You can see that we've got new lead sequences, we've got long-term nurturing campaigns, cross-sell automations, follow-up reminders, renewal notices, and more are included. Now, when you sign up, you're going to tell us what your main product is, and we're going to pre-install one of these bundles for you. However, at any point, you can come back, click and play, and you can say, hey, I do final expense. I also do group benefits. Select the bundles that you want, click import now, and it's going to suck all that content into your account. Now, let's actually go to a section and illustrate this. Under the automations, this is more of the brains of the system. You can see in this account, I've got ACA, life insurance, and Medicare. But regardless of what product I'm doing, the coloring and numbering system is exactly the same. Now, see, Medicare has OEP, AEP, T65. Other products don't, but more or less 1.0 white, 2.0 purple. You can see the whole series is mapped out. And if I go to another bundle, it's exactly the same. So if you've learned one branding bundle, if you have multiple products, you can translate that knowledge across multiple verticals. Now, here we can see as we illustrate the whole journey mapped out, starting from the lead being generated. Next, we've got a new lead. We want to get them onto a calendar. But if they don't get on a calendar, we want to still nurture them. We still want to send them regular emails and informational content to hopefully warm them up a little so that when they're ready, we're the person that they're going to. If they do take action, it's not enough just to book an appointment. We got to get them to show up. So we've got appointment reminder sequences included. If they don't sell, we've got follow-up reminders. Hey, where do we go from here? Let me know when you've had the chance to review the information we went over. What is your next step? Messages that go out to hopefully get them across the finish line, which is, of course, the sales stage. Now, this is the finish line to a new lead. We want to say, hey, it's great working with you. Awesome getting you connected to your new policy. But the next stage now as a client is asking for a referral. Because we've got some goodwill built up, we've got some success, we've made that connection, we want to automatically ask them, hey, know anyone else? I'd love a referral, love helping people like you. Automated cross-sells, that's the next stage where you've got one policy, but hey, have you considered rounding out your coverage with this type of insurance as well? Let's get on another call to talk about it. Automatically happening after a sale is made. And then finally, roughly a year after, it's not enough for them to come to you. You want to keep them with you. If they're coming in the front door, make sure they're not exiting out the back door. And so after every policy sale, roughly a year later, we want to get them back on the calendar to renew or just review and either cross-sell again or see what adjustments need to be made to their policy. Now, these are all folders. I'm going to go into one a little bit deeper just to illustrate. We're going to use the new lead as a great generic example. Again, this is not where you're going to live on a daily basis, but this is what's happening behind the scenes, the brains of your system working on your behalf to optimize and ensure that every lead and every client is taken care of. So into the new lead folder, we're going to pick the new lead campaign to take a look at. Imagine you have a live Facebook campaign running. You want to make sure that they get these notices right away. So in another place, you're going to make that connection. The contact is going to come in here. They're going to drip through. First thing to notice is that there are two parts of what we call a workflow or automation. There's a trigger, and then there are actions. Something has to set off this chain of events. And in this case, we either have a disposition changing or a tag being added. And I will illustrate that in a moment. But notice as the contact comes through these actions, a bunch of things are going to take place. We do have some administrative things that happen at the beginning. We leave notes, we change their stage, we make sure they're in the right place in the pipeline, and then we start sending them emails right away. Now let's take a look at this together. I've just got a demo account here, so I'm just going to make sure to connect that. Inside of the email, this is the first message that goes out. Thanks for reaching out for your information about insurance plans. Let's get on a calendar. You can see the pre-written email is ready to go out of the box. These little pieces of code called custom fields will automatically update. We'll hit preview here just to show an example. Hi, Adam. Every email will be pre-filled with the right information. You can see my logo and my brand colors are present in every single piece of marketing copy across our system. Every email is personalized, and of course, if you want to change the language or do things like add an image, you have the ability to customize these, but know that they are almost ready to go with your review, of course. You want to know what's being sent on your behalf. So let's just delete that for now. We'll go back to illustrate the rest of the workflow. You can see here the next action is a text message. Hey, thanks for reaching out. Let's get on a calendar. Wait 2 days, and then email them again and text them again. Wait 2 days, text them again. Wait 2 days, email and text. Of course, if they book, they'll be removed from the sequence automatically, but you can see here that behind the scenes, every new lead is getting a consistent series of messages to ensure that that new lead moves to the next stage, which is booking an appointment. If it's booking appointment, the next stage is showing up for the appointment. So we'll step back again for a second. As you've seen here, a little bit deeper behind the scenes, a bunch of stuff is happening on your behalf. There are triggers that set off those actions, and then there are a series of actions as well in each of these stages. Now let's go somewhere that you will be living on a day-to-day basis. If we go into the contact section, this is the more daily place you're going to live. Now, if we have here a demo contact, let's find them together. Having troubles today. All right, so we've got a contact lead here. Imagine you're talking to Joe. This is Joe lead. And I've blurred stuff out just so this video doesn't get flagged on YouTube or anywhere else that we put it. But you can see on the left-hand column all of the contact information. Policy information, personal information, and more can be stored in these custom fields. In the middle, I have my whole interaction history. If I want to send an email or text, or he texts me, or we have a phone conversation, everything is logged in the middle. And then on the right-hand side, we've got activities, tasks. We can leave notes about this contact, see the past appointments, documents, and more. Now we're going to demo here how to actually engage with this contact. Let's say that I actually uploaded this guy manually, and I want to actually send him a new lead or lead nurturing. So all I have to do is click from the disposition. If we're talking about ACA, or we did life as an example, so I've got the life disposition here. I change it to new lead, and just the act of changing that drop down is going to automatically start to initiate some of these actions taking place. Now notice there, the new lead is taking place in the pipeline. An email went out and a text message went out. Joe, Thanks for reaching out. Here's my calendar link. Same thing with the email that we just looked at together. There's that email automatically triggered by me changing the disposition. Now imagine Joe actually books. Automatically the disposition will change. And I'm just going to show up and I'm going to see, oh great, Joe's appointment booked. And if I talk to Joe, all I have to do is mark, is it a possible sale? Or did I make a sale? So if I click possible sale, it's just going to send another message that says, hey, great chatting with you. Let me know when you've made a decision. And there's the administrative actions, there's the email, there's the text message. Of course, everything can be modified and customized, but these are almost ready to go out of the box with your review, of course. Some of these things are going to happen automatically. For example, if I hit sale made, within 10 days, we're going to ask for a referral, and then a certain amount of time later, we're going to try to cross-sell. Others, for example, if they booked and they didn't show, I simply have to drop it down to no show to initiate the next step in the sequence. Everything logged in the middle, as we mentioned before, so we can see the conversation in one single thread, even if it takes place on multiple channels. Now, how do I get set up? What are the steps? What does the learning journey look like for Agent CRM? Inside of Agent CRM, we have a tool called the Activator. The Activator is our broken down steps to get the essential pieces up and running as quickly as possible. And we've broken it down into 3 clear phases. Phase 1 is system setup. That's just plugging in the wires, connecting to your Google Calendar, putting in your business details. I'll actually open that up to illustrate. What we're going to do is check off the first few stages, rinse and repeat. So if we're going to import contacts, we're going to click on Watch Training. We've got a pop-up here that we can resize as needed. Let's just drag that out of the way. We're going to click play, and you can see here we're on the contacts. It's talking me through how to set that up. So we go to contacts, moving along, we do the steps, and then we come back to the contact section, the Activator section. We can close out that tab, click off that we did the contacts, update the phase, and once we're done phase 1, we can move on to phase 2 because we don't know how to daily use it yet. That's what phase 2 launch and daily use is all about. How do I make a dang phone call? How do I sort my contacts out into smart lists? How do I target specific people or use the pipeline feature using dispositions? That's what I demonstrated for. That training is in phase 2. And then finally, phase 3, these are extra little dials to turn if you want to take it to the next level. Things like dialing in your cross-sells. We don't know what you're cross-selling, so you want to make sure to manually adjust that. Email sending, domain, hot transfer. A few extra tools that are going to take it to the next level are included in phase 3. Now, of course, you may have questions from time to time, and you may get stuck or you may have something go wrong, of course. What do you do in those situations? Now, we do have here a support hub shortcut, but I'm actually going to show you on the left-hand side support options. We're going to jump to the support hub itself. I'm going to start with the bottom. Multiple times a week, we have drop-in coaching sessions where our success team is going to walk you through some of the things that I've covered on this video, but also we're going to do more interactive coaching and we're going to dive through different strategies and different questions that you have on how to optimize our system for your business. Facebook community, this is a great place for news, a great place for live things that are happening. There's a ton of interaction that's happening on the Facebook group, so that's one of the many places that we offer support. And not just support, but encouragement, success, hot tips, and more. We've got a phone line that you can dial in if you want to talk to our highly trained voice AI or get passed through to a person if the AI is unable to assist you. But I'm pretty encouraged with the training that we've put our AI voice agent through, so give it a shot. Email if you want to dump a bunch of notes. What's going on? What are you trying to do? If you want to leave a video, there's a lot of details you can throw in here for us to just get busy behind the scenes, fast tracking your questions or your needs. And then finally, Zoom calls. If it's something that you need a quick fix for or you have a quick question, you can book a call with our team at any point during the week. These are short, focused calls where you tell us, what are you doing? We get on a Zoom call, we get right to the point, get you unstuck and moving forward. Now, there's lots of options as well. Some of you who are watching this, I need to get running up faster. I just need to actually get this running. I don't have time to go through the videos. Please still take a little bit of time. That's always going to be the best indicator of success, is setting aside consistent time, maybe time blocking a few hours a week to just chip away at learning the system. But for those who do sign up for a trial, you are going to be offered a setup package where you can actually get up and running with our team, one-on-one calls, full hour blocks at a time. That's another option too. Please let us know if you have any questions. There's probably lots more that you might have, but I encourage you, just start a trial and peek around. We do have a 2-week free trial, and that's going to give you a better sense of even what to ask. Once you dive into the system and watch those videos, it's going to unlock a whole bunch more understanding as well as questions, I'm sure. Again, my name is Will Winter. It's a pleasure to show you the system today, and we're excited to connect with you and help you automate and scale your business. Bye for now.